guys, Shadow the Rat, and for today's video, I'm going to be giving you yet another update on Miss Donut here. So Donut here has a pituitary gland tumor, which is a type of brain tumor, and she's had it for 7 months, which, you know, it's weird that I sound excited about that, but the reason I am is because oftentimes rats with these tumors either deteriorate or have to be put to sleep within a few days to a few weeks of initial symptoms. So the fact that Donut is doing so well several months in is incredible. And the reason she's still doing pretty well is because she's on several medications for her pituitary gland tumor. I mentioned them before. Basically, they are cabergoline, which can help reduce the size of the tumor, then prednisone, which is a steroid that can help to keep down inflammation in the brain, and finally doxycycline. That's just an antibiotic which helps to counteract the immunosuppression effects of being on steroids for a long time. So all in all, Donut is doing quite well. She is now 2 years and 6 months. Well, pretty much. She will be 2 years and 6 months in 1 week's time, so she's nearly there. And that is a very distinguished age for rats as well. They typically live 2 to 2.5 years, so Donut is very much an old girl, but she is doing her best and she's living her happiest life, so I'm pretty happy with how everything is going. Her sister Olive is the same age, but she is a lot luckier in the health department because she doesn't have any tumors going on, unlike poor Donut, who not only has her pituitary gland tumor, but she also has 2 mammary tumors. One actually is a sort of newer tumor, which I don't think I mentioned in my past update videos. I tend to do these every 2 weeks, just kind of documenting Donut's progress with her pituitary gland tumor. But anyways, I think one of her mammary tumors is a newer one because I really noticed it pop up a few weeks ago. And the first one she's had since October of last year, or at least late October of last year. The reason we never got that removed was because 2 weeks after it popped up, I noticed that Donut had some signs of a pituitary gland tumor and she had to go on treatment for that. So that was unfortunately not a great time for it to pop up, but as a result of being on cabergoline, Donut has not developed other tumors until now, when she seemingly has developed the second one, but it still seems to be very slow growing. I'm not sure if that means that it's partially affected by the cabergoline or if it's just a slow growing tumor, because sometimes they are just really slow growing. It's definitely a benign mammary tumor, but I don't think it's something that's too worrisome right now, especially with all of Donut's other issues. So that's kind of an update on Donut's pituitary gland tumor and her mammary tumors. But unfortunately, Donut has other issues going on as well. Namely, she has hind leg degeneration, which is why she's kind of walking weird now. And that's just when the nerves kind of start to degenerate and they can't use their hind legs as well. And in male rats with this condition, it often progresses to the point of full hind end paralysis, although in female rats, it rarely gets that severe. Usually it's much milder. Donut is kind of lucky in her sex here just because, well, it does mean that she is less likely to have the severe version of hind leg degeneration, and she likely is kind of as worse as she'll get. With that being said, I did suspect that Donut had kidney issues because of her hind leg degeneration, because hind leg degeneration in rats is often associated with a decline in kidney function. So I got some urinalysis testing strips, and unfortunately I was right. Donut does have quite a bit of protein in her urine and also has a pretty high pH in her urine, which is a sign of kidney function decline, as is the excess protein in her urine. As far as treatment options in rats for kidney failure go, you're basically stuck with modifying their diet and adding some kidney-friendly supplements. You can also add in a diuretic if it's really bad, but Donut's is not super bad yet. Plus, on top of that, she is also on a ton of other medications, so we want to try and prevent adding more medication unless it's absolutely necessary. For now, I have gone ahead and taken her off the extra protein Ensure that she was on and put her on just the regular protein one, which is going to be a lot easier on her kidneys. On top of that, I've also gone ahead and ordered some supplements for her, some salmon oil, which has omega-3 in it, and some ipactine, at least I think that's how you say it. But anyways, both of those are really good for kidney function and help to kind of slow down the progression of this disease and help to just support the kidneys. So hopefully those will help Donut some. Other than that, I will just continue to monitor Donut. Right now she is doing quite well. She's still able to jump and get around, and she doesn't seem to be showing any behavioral signs, which could be concerning. I haven't noticed her drinking extra water or her having any sort of lethargy or lack of appetite. And even though she is a little bit skinnier than she used to be, that's because with her pituitary gland tumor, back when she initially had the symptoms develop, she wasn't really able to eat food, and because of that, she lost a lot of weight. So it took a long time to build that back up, and we were never able to build back up to the normal amount. And it's been 7 months at this point, so I'm pretty sure that Donut is not going to be going back up to her original weight of 330 grams. She now hovers between 295 and 300 grams, which my vet says is just fine because she isn't losing weight, which is the most important thing. So as long as her weight stays stable, I'm not too worried in that regard. And as far as her kidneys go, we're just going to, like I said, add in those supplements. I'm going to change her diet some, and otherwise I'm just going to monitor her, and hopefully this doesn't impact her too much. I know that kidney failure is just one more thing on poor Donut's list of health issues, and of course this is kind of just palliative care at this point, but honestly, Donut's living a great life. She's very happy, she's active, she's energetic, so overall, I don't see any reason to have her euthanized or anything like that, unless she starts showing signs that she isn't feeling great, which hasn't happened so far. So I'm really just happy to see her doing well, and I will just take things at Donut's pace and just, you know, monitor her and see how things go from there. But yeah, all in all, Donut is doing pretty well, and she is just chugging along and doing her Donut thing. She's a little fighter, so hopefully she's going to be with us for quite a while yet, but you know, she is an older rat, so I'm just very glad of the extra time I've had with her so far. Okay, so that's it for this video. Goodbye. Oh, look at that Donut face. She's so cute.